Give me the freedom to free my loins. Trying to get lost on them soy boys. Yeah, get away. Get away. Well, welcome back, Money Mafia. Listen, guys, we lost 3 soy boys that apparently had no valid opinion. But like I said, before we get down to the regular scheduled event, I do need to address a couple things. Let's see here. To soy boy number 1, KB Court, brother, man, listen. You left a comment where you said it sounds off the previous video. You said it sounds like I'm okay with the reverse split. Now I want your comment back to this answer. Sounds like I'm okay with the reverse split. Okay. All right. Got a quick question. Were you okay with the ape creation dilution? Were you okay with the sell-off from AA every time that we're about to break out? Any further? Were you okay with GME pause button being taken away? Were you okay with government printing off masses of money, throwing us in a recession? Are you okay with taxes? Hey, brother, I would assume that you're smarter than this, but being okay with something and then being prepared for something are 2 different things. Being prepared for something does not mean that you're okay with it. I get prepared for bills next month. I'm not okay with them. I don't want them. But guess what? That doesn't mean that they're not going to come. But guess what happens if you don't get prepared for those situations? There's a bridge somewhere that you'll be staying up under. Vice versa with stock. So, brother, when I come out and again over here, we're building a family in the community. Hence why there's only 3 people that left. I know that people thought it was going to be a massive, we're out of here. Now, 2 of y'all left. 60 people liked it. 3 people disliked it. Was you 3 guys. Because we're over here building a stronger army of actual traders, people learning, extending out. We're not building this whole AMC. We're not just cheerleading AMC. We're not. I don't know if you haven't been here for the last 3 years, but I've been here for the last 3 years. You ain't gonna just what? Oh wait, hold up. Wait. Maybe they want me to hit me over the head this time. Wait, hold on. Maybe this time they won't hit me. I'm not gonna keep getting hit over the head. Okay, so when we get preparation, we come out with videos where we're talking about, hey guys, be on the lookout. This expectation based off, I don't know, every other time that has occurred. And there's ways that, hey, you can play this and make more money. There's ways that if you don't want to play it like this, that there'll be positive gains and putting an expectation. For any of the soul boys, there should be noted that this is not a channel for just AMC, hopium, and screaming. Like I said, I could have 10,000 subscribers if I wanted to come to y'all and lie. And, yeah, every day, hey, we're going to green every. That's not what we're doing over here. And that's not what people are looking for, as the people that do that are struggling to get views. Why? Because after, I don't know what, 2 years of the same nonsense, you just can't keep screaming the same bull. Let's scroll down. To our soy boy number 2, Nino Brown. Brother, do you understand that this is not a this is not a criminal court case that we're going to? You understand that what's occurring on the 29th and the 30th is going to be the greater decision of what's happening with this settlement. This is a settlement. Allegheny was planted here. Allegheny's not fighting against this. Both parties are settling. So again, being prepared for something or what we should expect to come, because again, now we hope for the best. What sense why would I be here if I didn't want the MOAS? Somebody make that. Why would I be? Oh no, I don't want my money in AMC to grow. No, that's not. Guys, you've got to get out of your emotions. Again, like I said, this ain't for the 857 other people that were, liking the comments, and appreciate all the people in the comments sitting down there with these soul boys, because we're not doing that over here. But for those 3 people, y'all got to, I don't know where your head's at, but you need to pull it from up out of there. I think it's stuck up in a crevice somewhere. Hey, reach down between your legs and squeeze something to see what's between there, because we're not just doing an emotional thing. We're not doing emotional trades. We get prepared. And again, in that video, there were multiple ways that we said that there were ways to play this. And we're going to talk about each one of those ways. That's what occurs. That's what we did. So again, for those of you that hear something, we can't ever sell. Hey, why do you think that Adam Aaron named it Ape? Do y'all not get that Just like if you're playing chess or something like that, you're broadcasting your next move. I'm never going to sell. Well, do you wonder why the other side never felt the need to cover or never went to get the shares? Guys, there's no stock in a stock market where, especially for retail, and this goes on forever, for every other retail play we go to, same in why Tesla runs and why Nvidia runs, because they know at a certain point in them places, people will sell off and take their gains. So these market makers know, hey, I need to go get these shares because we don't know what's going to happen. You can never just have only buying and no selling, because guess what the powers that be will do? Oh, y'all ain't going to sell? All right, we'll do the selling and we're never going to do covering, because there's nothing to force them to do that. So now we're staying planted in reality. This is a full understanding. Everybody gets the context that nobody wants a reverse split. I'm one of the people that voted no. I'm one of the people sending all these stupid emails that got denied. Recommendations. Recommendations don't matter. Hey, Nino, we were sending objections to the judge in masses. The judge couldn't read them. She's like, hey, listen, I'm going to appoint somebody to do that for me, and they're going to recommend what should occur. If the person comes out, there's our special master, and recommends that the objection be thrown out, that recommendation matters. I mean, I don't know what planet you on. I don't know what you're drinking on, because obviously I need some more. I need some of that. I need whatever you're drinking on to where you're like, that doesn't matter. AMC to $1 billion. Hey. We're staying planted to reality. And again, like I said, I'm not going to be one of those people caught up in just leading people astray. I'm not going to trade you. You got plenty of people that you can go out there and get your rah-rah. What you doing over here? You getting tired of not getting anything or gaining actual information? I look forward to the comments. Oh, yeah, money, you was on point with that call. That's what we're doing. We're making money. We're getting stronger. We're in bolstering more. This is not an AMC channel. This is a retail stock and embetterment channel. This is way bigger than AMC. This is the beginning of a saga, brother. So I know there are some people that come in here new, but I just want that to be fully understand. This ain't that. All right. Hey, listen now, guys. Back to our regular scheduled programming. Shoot that run effect for them sore boys. Yeah. Bring it in. Guys, let's get a little closer, guys. Over the weekend, everybody should be aware, but it seems as though, again, I guess we are proud to be an American, because everything over across seas is falling apart. Russia seems to not be as strong as what everything's led on to be, which we already had that inkling, because we were sitting up here like, wait, y'all been fighting against Ukraine for how long? But nonetheless, Russia had a basically civil unrest where there's a group called the Wagner group, which is about 25,000 Russian patriots. They call them patriots, which basically are kind of fed up with that regime, and it's kind of talk of if Vladimir Putin, if there's people are kind of sick of it, they're trying to overthrow the regime and things like that, and that's spiraling off again with their allies, of course, over there, China, which again, this is one of our biggest things over there. I was worried about. I was like, hell, we done pushed China and Russia together. Well, guys, it seems that, hey, we can talk about all the fraud. Like I said, there's gonna be fraud everywhere you go. But like I said, y'all bet, hey, I'm glad to be an American. That's all I can tell you like that. We got our issues, we got our things, but like I said, it's worse over there. And that's the serious period point. But basically, we're going to tap in here with a snippet here, kind of talk about how the markets responded to it. Guys, I'm telling y'all, like I keep screaming, there's a bull rally in the making. The markets kind of ate all this news, of course. I don't know if it was because it happened over the weekend, but like I said, guys, this might have been something that was kind of major that happened over the weekend. And as of right now, even though markets are red, they're barely down. And, we kind of did a little sideways trading, but this is kind of kicking more towards the avocation. Like I'm saying, guys, the greatest generational wealth transfer is occurring. Tesla, Nvidia, Microsoft, Amazon, Netflix, XRP, Bitcoin, guys. Crypto, y'all need to be loading up on that, because like I said, we're about to get ready for some type of move. You got the Bitcoin ETF that they got going on the way. The EDX exchange is rolling, guys. This is the time to be kind of planting down. And like I said, we got one chapter that's like I said, AMC, we're not even going to necessarily say it's a chapter close. Like I said, we might talk about AMC after 29:30 and on. Because like I said, the future of AMC after this unfortunate reverse split is not, we're going to lose MOAS, of course, but still there's price movement to come, which means there's gain to come. And like I said, there's a lot of money to be made in how, depending on how you want to play this. So we've got that air, but also I feel like this is going to be a lot of release of people to actually come in and turn into the true investors that everybody wants. Because what I hear, a mass majority of the comments, just like me, nobody really wants to be an AMC. We're not AMC fans. We're not running out buying popcorn. We got bamboozled, simply put. So for those of you that don't feel bamboozled, it's, yeah, well, it can never go down. Hey, guys, they have frauded 99% of the time. SEC is clearly aware of this. We're not warning this, but we're going to be prepared for the worst and hope for the best. You understand? But we're prepared for the worst. That's the simple fact of it. But now let's get down to it. Great.
Where are we going in terms of stock prices?
Okay,
there's
thanks.
not that much movement. When you look at this, the Dow is down, about 18 points. That's nothing. NASDAQ down 4. That's not much movement. Some red ink, but not that much. Jeff Sica with us on a Monday morning. I would have thought that Putin's problems and what went on in Russia over the weekend would have been a plus for the market. Why not?
Well, I mean, Putin, it's clearly a distraction. But what I think everybody's realizing today is that what transpired is confusing the heck out of everybody, because they're not really thinking, as much as Blinken and the Biden administration might want to take a bow that there's destabilization in Russia, it's premature to do that. There's no real indication that this is actually going to help Ukraine or actually create a situation that could be worse. So the markets can't really embrace this as anything significant.
I was thinking that, look, Putin's military is just not performing well. They've taken a terrible hit.
I'm just going to tell y'all guys, this is why it's kind of like it's crazy how the stock market moves, even though it's a resemblance of the economy. The way that the stock market kind of held through this, it was reassuring, especially in some of those sectors like the NASDAQ, where we still have companies that are green and things like that. But this was something you got when you have civil unrest or war. For these markets not to plummet again, the main reason behind this is because this really ties over to China, India, and Russia, that kind of like that BRICS system. This is a hit more so to them than the American economy, and this has actually pushed America up again. Like I said, I ain't gonna lie to you. Last couple months, I was like, hell, we are a joke. But our joke is, our business is just highly televised with media. Things over there are bad in China. Things are bad in Russia. And the only place that, it might not be bad is India, but India is not like a military or a super economic powerhouse. Like, don't get me wrong, they have a lot of people. They have a lot of smarts. They do have a lot of economic resources, but they're not a singular powerhouse. Like, China let on they were a single powerhouse. As we watched over with all these shell companies and this financial strife they're going through, this is not what it seems.
This
Things are not what it seems.
At the same time, the Ukrainian forces, they got new weapons, and they're cock-a-hoop. I mean, these guys have morale on their side.
Right.
Can't they push forward and win?
Well, here's the problem. When you have a desperate Putin and a desperate Russia with nuclear capabilities, as much as they're losing, they're in a position of desperation. Plus, you have the Chinese on the sideline that could intervene, which creates a whole other scenario. So I think there's a lot of uncertainty, and as long as there's uncertainty, this isn't going to move the markets one way or another.
You know, Jeff, we're famous on this program for changing the subject dramatically, just like that. And that's exactly what we're going to do now. We're going to. You're a movie producer,
yes,
or you have been in your life. I want to talk to you about Harry and Meghan. What can you do for them? Netflix says they have to produce content, quote, of real interest if they want the remaining $50 million in their contract. What do you say to that?
Being on the set with two Brits and being able to talk about this is a true treat for me. But what I will say is, when you have Netflix, one of the most woke companies in the world, telling these people essentially, you're too woke for people to care about, you know that these narcissistic halfwits have taken their fame to an extent that nobody cares. And let me just give you an example of some of the content they're trying to put out.
Hey, I know that media likes to try to make America seem like it's divided, but guys, a lot of us really are so much more interconnected than we think. And like I said, I'm a political scientist. I love politics, but we're not going to take it there just yet. But there's a lot of people that all have the same feeling and the same understanding of what's going on here, and a lot of people just aren't cool with it. So we'll just leave it there.
They've already gotten like $40-50 million for nothing. and they're waiting for another $40-50 million. One of the things they want to do is Netflix had this great show, which I loved, called Emily in Paris. Their great idea is to take that show and make it with a man. That's as good of an idea as they can get. So when here you're put in a position to be paid $100 million to create content, and the only thing you could do is take some half-witted variation of a hit show and some other documentaries, I don't know where they're going. So this is Netflix's way of sending them out to the street.
So tell me, Ashley.
Get him a glass of water or something.
How do you feel about a guy from New Jersey?
They need money anyway.
Formerly royal folks.
Jeff is a good guy. Look, he's absolutely right. I think we found out that. No, I think Harry and Meghan, we found out, are not really very interesting.
That's true.
Not even in Hollywood.
Not even in Hollywood. And the fact that they complain about lack of privacy while inviting all the cameras in, I think people just said, wait a minute, this is ridiculous. And they've been found out. And now they're going to have to start really paying the bills.
Reportedly, Meghan handwrote Taylor Swift a letter to go on her podcast. I believe it went unanswered.
It went on. Well, a representative got back to her, not Taylor Swift
A
herself.
for effort.
Yeah.
Well, it also
She's got married to a prince
that
left his throne. There's nothing interesting about that.
Grab the audience with the.
You left the crown for a woman? Hey, I'm not watching.
Documentary, but I think a lot of us have an admiration for the royal family. So from them,
not interested.
Nobody feels sorry for them, and that's what they keep trying to do.
Yes.
Nobody feels sorry.
All right, Jeff, a fine opening for a Monday morning. We appreciate it. Thanks so much, Mr. Sica. Now this, something really different.
Yeah. All right, guys, just a little snippet of kind of what's going on with that Russian thing. And like I said, get some small covenants, guys, if you haven't gotten a full understanding of it. There was a attempted coup basically between a group called the Wagner Rebellion. Well, it was a Wagner group, but it was a Wagner Rebellion. Basically an attempt to take Moscow, which was 25,000 Russians. Basically, and while they basically saying we don't know exactly what happened, but from what I understood is that there's 25,000 Russians that's kind of like trying to take over Moscow, basically take over the regime, and obviously things didn't work out. Apparently, they were confronted by the Russian military, but they got pretty far in there, blowing through barricades and blowing stuff up and like that, and got pretty close to Moscow. From what's said, once they realized they were isolated and weren't getting reinforcement, the leader basically put his hand down so that his soldiers could survive. They're saying that man's probably going to lose his life. Most likely, like I said, things over there be getting a little zesty. But like I said, this really spills back down to the confidence that China had and the confidence in that system that's over there as far as the BRICS that's building up kind of goes to show again. There will be the creation of the BRICS, and obviously, like I said, this is great for our cryptos and our XRPs, but understand that's not NATO and that's not America. And we just going to live right there. But like I said, hey, we got our fraud, but like I said, if y'all complain about fraud over here, go to China. Just know it's way worse than that. Like I said, a lot of our fraud is things that we sit up here and allow to happen, i.e. like a couple soy boys that sit up here and scream at the person trying to tell you, hey, be on the lookout for this. But they won't scream it at America. Oh, no, you ain't going to go there. All right. Pulling through, just taking a look at this snippet just so y'all got to see how big this might have actually been over there in Russia. They had the British people had basically airplane probes.
Now, we just had these pictures released from the Russian defense military claiming to show the moment when those British jets were intercepted. They've said in a statement tonight that Russian fighters approached the UK aircraft and turned them away from the Russian border. It says that they believe the British planes did not enter Russian airspace. There's been no commentary yet from the UK's Ministry of Defense, but
and of course, the comments down here just crack me up. The Russians never lie. And then, like this right here, if this is true, last weekend was way worse than any of us imagined. Hey, we're over here having mimosas and all this and that, and there's a massive coup that was occurring over the weekend. We come back to the markets, we like, what happened? The markets right now have eaten this up. there hasn't been too much of a shift as far as down and up, which is another surprising thing to me. But I just kind of like the kind of resilience in the market right now. Of course, we got to see how this week is going to fold. Obviously, things are going to get zestier, especially for our meme stocks as we move in closer to Judgment Day. Double tapping into the key elements. We have to see things that haven't been reported yet, but as of Friday, AMC was on the threshold list. Current stock price sitting at $4.04. Like I said in that previous video, guys, not that we want it, but we want to have expectations for possible things. I'm going to be playing that AMC arbitrage, which basically, if this reverse split, which again, we expect the worst, hope for the best, but if that does occur, there's money to be made on that arbitrage play buying Ape, which will be converted to AMC, et cetera, et cetera. We know eventually there has to be a movement up to that $16, $20 range where Cinemark's sitting. But again, the time in between is what you need to be worried about. Whether or not we're going to be locked out of shares during the conversion. What's going to occur to the price during the conversion. Like I said, we saw Ape, which again, for the soy boy Nino, I don't know where you were at, my brother, but you know, let's pull this out here. This did occur. I was, of course, involved in this as well, where we saw the price spike up and then shoot back down before we can make any selling. So again, we like to be prepared for things that like to stay implanted in the reality. Do we want it? No, that's not what we want. But we're going to be prepared for what has occurred previously. The amount of fraud in this play clearly lets you know, hey, listen, there's nobody coming to our rescue. SEC is not coming to our rescue. I still stay firmly playing the fact that this is a setup or a possible setup for somebody to come buy this. AMC will become a fundamental play if the reverse split does happen, because obviously, AA is going to go through and sell and basically try to clear those debts. Expect sell-offs from retail side, because I know a lot of people that kind of like, if that reverse split happens, they're done with it, which I understand. But we have expectation of, if that sell-off does occur, you can expect some upward pricing, in my opinion, right? Because that's going to force market makers to go and get those shares. Those are things that strategists to look at and understanding of how to play these things coming on. Like I said, we're going to keep coming in and tapping on the information. Short interest sitting at 22.62%, 5.78 days to cover. Guys, we all know it's irrelevant. Check out the video on stock loan substitution. Basically, I use Chat GPT to elaborate on how they're basically using options to put up the malarkey that we see as far as our shortage, because obviously we clearly know the shortage to be in the 20,000, 30,000% at this point, the amount of shares. And again, we all know, as what we talk over, that they're sending 100% of our trading volume to dark pool, which another thing you should be enlightened in on Nino Brown, because like I said, I'm on your neck all video, is that buying and selling is irrelevant. That is not like that's something, I know that you're just selfish and only worried about, don't sell because that might affect the squeeze, because you're only worried about your pockets and what you think is going to occur. But again, brother, 100% of the trading volume is going through the dark pool. They've shorted enough stock and enough shares to where they have muddied out the waters of even having real shares. Did you even receive a postcard, huh? That's my question. Let me pull this up. Hold on 1 second here. What the blasphemy? Hold up. It isn't as junky as what it sounds like. It sounds like I'm moving 1,000 pieces of paper around. But like I said, I've been here for a while, you know what I mean? Here's two of these. Here's two of these. Worthless. But like I said, I've been here for 3 years, so what I'm not going to do is mislead people. What I'm not going to do is just tell people, oh, yeah, woo, oh, we're going to 1 million today, just so I can get a couple of views. I'd much rather, like I said, have my strong, sturdy family, which we do here. The 3 little soy boys lead, but like I said, the numbers stay stacked and actually grow. Like I said, we're building a real retail family. We're building a family of people that are growing, getting stronger and bolstering. We're bringing options. We're bringing understanding real estate. This is not just some, we're going to scream and you're going to watch those same people that utilize you just like they did. Not trying to start things, but short the VIX, trades, all those people that were there, just hopium them you, that just ran up a bag off of you, got you to run into the Discord and then left. That's not what we're doing over here. That's not what we're building over here. And again, it should be clearly evident the people that are coming bring you real information instead of just, hey, we're going to run every single day. Those people might actually be looking out and actually be telling you real information and bringing actual valid things. And most of the people that do that actually are bringing real information past just a random, oh, look at it, and then this loading zone and here. It's not a technical play. So again, why we look at our charts, we look at our charts to see our number price, but again, every single day, we know this is not a technical play. So there's no massive technical analysis or W, X, Y, Z, and then we're gonna lay it here. And if you see the 200, this is for our city. We've been here for 3 years. We're not gonna act brand new. Much love to all the people that was in the comments sitting down there getting back at these boys and just talking nonsense. People get emotional. Ah, you wanna say you're funny, yeah, but hey, that's not what we're doing over here. Go over there with them other channels. You can rah-rah with all those people. Go rah-rah with them. Go rah-rah with them, yes, voters. Go rah-rah. Go rah-rah with them. Over here, we're talking about real things. We're making real money, and that's what our goal is. Hey, listen, much love to y'all family. Y'all stay up. You know we will keep coming back with bangers as we close in on this finale. As I said, a finale of answers, something to give us an understanding of what's occurring. Because again, we've been sitting up here for 2 months at the same price point. When I say finale, I mean, yeah, finale. People are sick of it. People are, I read the comments in every comment. I see the sentiment. I know that nobody sit up here, yeah, we're excited. No, we're kind of like, man, what the hell? Come on, let's get through it so we can figure out what the next maneuver is. And that's why people are building up. And that's why the numbers of the channels keep growing, because the people are ready to move on and move up. We're making money, man. That's what we do. We're talking about thoughts and yachts. You over there, hey, it's gonna go to $1 billion tomorrow. I'm not gonna do that with you, Nino. I'm not gonna do that with you, brother. But now, again, like we said, much love. Y'all boys know what's next, don't you? Yes, sir.